What up, Random Rockers? It's Super Mario Brothers movie 2023, not to be confused with the one from literally 20 years ago, or 30 years ago. Shit, I think it's 30 years ago. I know it's supposed to be more of a family-friendly film. I wish I could say my video is going to be, because I know I'm going to wind up referencing a Tenacious D song, if that means anything. When I get the chance to. But, yeah. This movie has a couple stars in it. But anyways, yeah. So it's pretty much Chris Pratt as Mario. A lot of people had a controversial thing, but given how this film begins, I didn't really have a problem with it. Honestly, with the way they start this movie off, giving you exactly kind of really what you actually wanted, you start to think, you know, maybe if they said this a whole fucking movie, I don't think it would have been a good idea. And it's like, which is the funniest thing about it, to me. Of course, him and Charlie Day as Luigi. Princess Peach is played by Anya Taylor-Joy. Jack Black's Bowser, which is a highlight, a major one. And yes, there are some brief moments with Bowser in this movie. That is a more Jack Blackish thing when it happens. Keegan-Michael Key is Toad, by the way. Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong. Keen Cranky Kong. Fred Armisen. Maniscalco plays Spike, Mario and Luigi's former boss from Wrecking Crew. Not sure what that was about. That weird sound. Mario and Luigi's and Kevin Michael Richardson as Kamek, the sorcerer from the Koopa sorcerer and Bowser's advisor and informant. Those are most of the main cast, it seems, at this point, within the movie itself. Not sure. I guess like the actual voice actor that's known for playing Mario in the games does make appearances, voicing most of the family in the movie at the beginning. Which the very beginning is this is from the teaser trailer, basically. So I'm not really going to spoil that. Y'all know what happened there. There's trailers which gave us a little more Bowser and all that, which was nice. It was pretty much the very beginning. I enjoyed this movie, and I agree with most of the fans about this movie. I don't understand the critics' issues. I mean, there are flaws, but not to a point that it ruins the film's initial sense of being a good homage to the games. To the games and the fandom, and finally and the source material itself, up to certain points that are at least, it's a celebration, if you will, is what I got a feeling of. And I liked it very much and thought it's a good, cute little family film type movie. And I mean, I think it's better than the first Sonic. I can't say it's better than the second one because I haven't seen that one yet. So don't quote me on that, and I can't say too much on the Detective Pikachu part either. Sadly. But I'll eventually figure those out with the Sonic 2 and seeing that, and we'll see my thoughts on that maybe with the end of the year list, or the best to worst-ish. We'll see. We'll see. But this is definitely one of the better films I've seen this year. So far. Well, it could be top of Guardians, but 3, depending on how good that actually is, if it is as good as it potentially seems like it might be. But anyways, I like this movie a lot. Very much a lot. And I'll get into some spoilers now in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You've been warned. Now, plot details, ladies and gentlemen. Italian American brothers Mario and Luigi have recently started a plumbing business in Brooklyn. Their father disapproves of Mario's decision, as well as the rest of the family. And they try to do a job, and it goes wrong. Normal job, and goes wrong. That just doesn't say in here, by the way. Leslie's under his agnostic exemplar, Spike and believes he's dragging down Luigi with him. So after seeing a significant manhole leak on the news, Luigi go underground to fix it, but are sucked into a warp pipe and separated. Mario lands in Mushroom Kingdom, ruled by Princess Peach, while Luigi lands in the Darklands, ruled by evil Koopa King Bowser, which we see what he is capable of within the... We have to... Throughout the whole thing. And Bowser seeks to marry Peach and will destroy the Mushroom Kingdom using a superstar if she refuses. He imprisons Luigi to blackmail Mario, whom he says competition for Peach's love. Mario meets Toad, who takes him to Peach. Peach plans to ally with Primate Cons to help repel Bowser and agrees to take Mario and Toad along. Jungle Kingdom, King Cranky Kong agrees to help on the condition that Mario defeats son Donkey Kong, which they do all this stuff, and we get to see how, and it's also a lot of good lore stuff going on with the pipes, and some of the jokes land here and there, Peach is the way Peach is done. I get that some people have issues about Luigi being more the damsel in this one as opposed to Peach, but it was nice to see that Peach could handle herself on her own and it not take away from the film or have any real socio-political bullshit going on with it, which was nice, which there isn't. I mean, she's a princess, though, so she's kind of a ruler of this Mushroom Kingdom, so she's got to, prove she's... and is the only one that seems to be more capable compared to the rest of the Toads. Than the other Toads that aren't voiced by Keegan-Michael Key. And of course, Mario defeats him with the cat suit, which was cool. And then how this fight goes on is really awesome as well. Very Smash Brothers-esque in nature. I feel like it's an homage in that regard. In terms of platforming style fighting game, which was, of course, Smash Brothers in and of itself. Peach and Toad and the Cons try to use cars to drive back to the Mushroom Kingdom, but Bowser's army ambushes them on the Rainbow Road. As part of the road, Mario and Donkey Kong plummet to the ocean and elect Mare while the other Cons are captured. Peach and Toad return to the Mushroom Kingdom and urge the citizens to evacuate. He arrives aboard his flying castle and proposes to Peach, who reluctantly accepts after Sir Kamek tortures Toad. Mario and Donkey Kong, after bounding over how their dads never take their decisions seriously, escape the Mare by riding a rocket with Donkey Kong's cart and hurry to Bowser and Peach's wedding. We need to stop that. And the way they handle the power-ups, and there's there was something involving a scene involving the whole training montage thing, which was interesting up to a certain extent to help give you some building lore to show Mario was at least capable enough to help Peach out, I guess. And given that then they were late earlier for the first job they were doing, that didn't go over well. They definitely played into the platforming kind of thing, which was pretty cool. The way it was even shot and set up was chef's kiss to me. And on their journey, there is something that happens in the background that I will talk about later, because they decided to do a post-credits scene that involves this particular iconic character in the Mario world. In the Mario world, or the Mushroom Kingdom in general. The wedding reception, Bowser intends to execute all of his prisoners in lava, which includes all the others. And there's this star creature thing. They don't mention him in here, which is a shame. That's hysterically, like, existential, nihilistic humor. And somehow has adorable voice thing. It's... it's poor the kids are... meat for the grind. You seen the recent trailer, you know what I'm talking about. And he was so messed up. Like, this is in this movie. The poor parents are gonna have to explain this crap to their kids. Oh, Nintendo. Illumination. What you get yourselves into with that, I swear. Anyways, at the wedding reception, Bowser intends to execute all of his prisoners. Toad smuggles an ice flower in Peach's bouquet, which Peach uses to freeze Bowser, which was pretty cool. I never knew about that power-up, because I'm not as known in the recent Super Mario 3D World thing that you can create levels and stuff with. I know of it, but I've never played it, so I wouldn't know too much on that. Intends to execute all his prisoners in love with Toad smuggles. I know of the fire flowers, but never an ice flower. Listeners, the Mario uses a Tanuki suit to save Luigi. Basically the raccoon suit that everyone knows of from Super Mario 3, since Super Mario 3. In a rage, Bowser frees himself and summons a Bonsai Bill. Destroy Mushroom Kingdom, but Mario knocks, which I believe is the big, gigantic, like, which is like the super, which is like some like kaiju-sized, those weird bullet things. It's like a kaiju-sized looking one. Mushroom Kingdom by Mario knocks it off course and directs it to the warp pipe, where it detonates, creating a vacuum that causes Bowser's castle to be transported to Brooklyn. As they fight Bowser, Mario and Luigi grab the superstar, becoming invincible. And it looks really cool how this happens, this fight. And I love how then Mario stays back behind for a little bit, because he's still because he knows he's getting his ass kicked for the time being. And then they finally get them, and it's great because you get, and I love the cues they always use are perfectly for like the classic themed stuff from the games. Is perfectly timed here, especially for the star. Just the score version of the star theme, superstar theme. Like, you know, it's like, come on, do it. Yeah. I'm like, or at least I'm internally doing it. I'm like, yeah. I'm internally doing yeah, while my brain's like, yeah. While my outer self is like, yeah. Yes, I had a soda in my hand. Who wasn't at the theater? Well, no. And yes, it's just, all of it's awesome. And defeat all the Koopas and all the other creatures. Just mow through everyone and then just beat the crap out of Bowser. And I love it because they even do the thing they did in the Super Mario game when you fight him at the end of Super Mario 64, where you about to basically take his tail and just throw his ass. Oh. That was cool. I was like, yes. And there's a stupid thing with Bowser where you can tell they did this because Jack Black is voicing him. And I love this little short thing I saw where Jack Black says how he came up with Bowser. It's hilarious. If you look it up, Google it, look it up, check it out. I don't know if I'll put it in the description, but whatever, man. It's awesome. Please check it out. And he does this song called Peaches, involving his love for them a bunch of times. Including the mid-cred scene, which is sort of funny, but I'm like, part of the kids are gonna just like try to quote this thing and annoy his parents with it. I can see that happening, and I think Jack Black knew that. I don't know if it's going to backfire on him and his kids are going to want to do that to him. We'll see how that goes. And I will say what this song is supposed to be, well, two things. One, this is not... Last time I want to hear about Peaches, it's from Presidents of the United States of America. That band. That Peaches is awesome. This ain't even close to that. You know, not even close to the intent of this song that Jack Black had already technically done before with Tenacious D in the song Fuck Her Gently. Essentially, it's kind of that. Just more like if you could kid-friendly in it and it happens to be about Princess Peach. Put it that way. Without, involving sexual innuendos or anything like that. Let's put it that way. That's the family-friendly version of it. It's nowhere near that. But even still, it's nowhere near as good as that. You can't beat that classic from Tenacious D. I'm just saying. I know you tried, Jack. I'll give you that. At least a little bit on that, but you only had so much to work with. I'm sure you were more focused on trying to get down Bowser's voice, which is shown, so at least I give him more credit for that, and he is a standout in that regard into this movie. And what makes him and what he does helps make Bowser a very compelling villain. So makes me feel good about being a Jack Black Tenacious D fan on that regard. So, yeah. And feed him. Bowser is shrunk with a mini mushroom, which is apparently the blue ones. And imprisoned in a jar, Mario and Luigi are hailed as heroes and celebrated by Brooklyn populace, including their parents and Spike. In the aftermath of the battle, Mario and the dog kind of does this little, though mean mugging still does his little, which that thing was stupid, by the way, on that first job. That really bothered me. Bothered me like they were doing it on purpose to make their job a little miserable when they shouldn't have had to do that. It should have been still a good job, but whatever. In aftermath of the battle, Mario and Luigi move into a new house together in the Mushroom Kingdom. Which is what it seems to be the case. Yes, well, also, we see Bowser, while in prison, doing the Peaches song in a cage. Being told by some of the guards to shut up. However, there is a post-credit, and then there's this post-credit scene. In this post-credit scene, they already showed this character multiples of this character. The literal island that it is. Post-credit scene, a Yoshi egg catches in the pipeline underneath Brooklyn. And of course, you hear at the end the classic line, Yoshi! But it doesn't seem to be as exciting if you see in the background all the Yoshis and essentially them crossing Yoshi Island while trying to go to Khan's thing. So it's like, what the... so that's why it wasn't as surprising as it could have been, I'm sure. I don't know if this will have something to do with them doing a Super Mario World 2 style of thing, or whatever. I don't know. I'm good. This has clearly managed to be successful and break records, which I'm actually kind of happy with in this case. And I'm sure the guys from Nintendo who had to hold out for so many years because of the last time they tried to do a movie, which was live action, which was a bad bit, which back at that time frame was already a big enough mistake as it is. But they realized to do it animated style to where they had the ability to still be able to do all the stuff they would like to do that is happening in the game. And it shows. And yes, for sure, did they completely knock it out of the park? I don't know if I can say that for sure. But regardless, it's, no matter what, the trailers advertised it well enough to say that this was going to be actually a good adaptation to the Super Mario Brothers and the games themselves, even going as far as to acknowledge Mario Kart, all these other properties. I don't know about the Mario Party for sure, though. Not for sure. They could do something of that nature. That'd be funny, but I cannot. Yoshi coming back would be great. But it also opens up the door to... There's also, I'm hearing already online talks of there being a Wario Waluigi thing, I guess. With Wario possibly being the villain and trying to get Pedro Pascal to do the voice, which would be cool. I think. It'd be interesting. I wonder how he's going to handle Wario. If he does. Or at least I'm hearing rumors of it. And it's not an official thing. So, but I'm just saying that would be cool. That were to happen if we did a sequel. Because it is successful enough it's going to happen. Regardless. It's just, I just hope it's as good as what we got. If not possibly better. And I don't know how you're going to beat Jack Black Bowser, that's for sure. But Pedro Pascal Wario, well, that's a potential possibility. Potential possibility. But yeah, that's what happens in this thing. It's the Charlie Day and their chemistry is great. I understood why it was bothersome that they didn't get to be the Super Mario Brothers until the very end of the movie. Truly, which was cool, seeing them work together, finally. And it made a good pay to defeat Bowser, making it a pretty good payoff. So I just overall I like this movie. I like this movie a lot. I recommend it to families to go see it with their kids. They will enjoy it, as will their kids. Especially if y'all have played any Nintendo games over the past literal 3 to 4 decades at this point. So yeah, there's no way you're not going to be able to enjoy this. So I'm not with the critics. To me, this is a horns up. I can't say it's a master class certification. I know there's flaws in this. So I can't really give it that. But I'm definitely willing to give it one of my highest regards and a horns up. Or at least heavy thumbs up to a light horns, maybe, at the very least. I enjoyed this very much. I can't say it's a 10 out of 10, but I would recommend. Regardless. So, what did you guys think of the Super Mario Brothers movie? That came out in 2023, not in 1993, literally 30 years ago. The fact that it was that long, took that long for them to finally do this, and it took essentially Wreck-It Ralph to do something about it. Either way, I enjoyed what this is. Again, just yeah. Hell yeah. Go check it out, man. Take your kids. If you got to babysit or something, but you want to see a movie, this is a good way to do it, Heck yeah. So, what did you guys think of the Super Mario Brothers movie? Leave a comment below, let me know. If you like this video, rock the like button with the rest if you must. Also, click the subscribe button. Click that notification bell, on all, to get all notifications specifically. And as always, guys, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, y'all.